Hello, hello. Welcome back to Let's Talk Ray Bradbury. If you've not subscribed to our channel, please do. We recently crossed 1,250 subscribers, and with your help, we can get to our next goal of 1,300. So today, here on Let's Talk Ray Bradbury, once again, I will be reviewing a Ray Bradbury story. Today's story is The Trolley. Douglas, Charlie, and Tom, and a group of boys, they hop onto the trolley. Mr. Tridden, the conductor, gives them all a free ride because today is the last day that the trolley is going to run. He runs them through town. It's being decommissioned. Soon these tracks will be filled in and replaced with just plain roads and bus lines. But in the meanwhile, they get one last ride with all the sights and smells and sensations of running a trolley, the electrical shock, the step that folds down to let passengers out, all those unique little experiences of riding a trolley. And they get to the end of the line, and they actually continue on out to the old end of the line because the trolley line was in fact much longer, decades earlier. They continue on to an old lake. There they have a picnic lunch before being all shipped back into town. But even this young group of kids are sad to know that this will be the last trolley ride that they ever take because they know that the experience of riding a bus can never be the same as sort of the unique charms of their childhood experiences on the trolley, which have been part of Americana for many decades and for their entire lifetimes. So this is more a nostalgia piece than an actual story. Very, very light on plot. Basically, it's driven by its sensations and its sense of nostalgia and sort of that warm, fuzzy Americana feeling. But I love it. You know, it's beautiful. It really does take you back there in a few short pages. My town, where I live now, in 2020, about 5,000 people. Actually, it used to have a trolley line a good century ago. The train still runs through town, but it carries only freight at this time. But it's weird to think that how different things were just not that long ago. A few towns, out here in the country, around the country rather, are lucky enough to have preserved or revived, various elements of their past. I know a few towns that still put up gas lights to sort of give it that old 19th century feel. There's certain festivals and events and things centered around things from that time. And of course, most of these towns do have small historical societies that try to collect this stuff, remind people of what things were like not too long ago. But I guess the moral of the story is I'm thinking what the author was definitely getting at, and it's not always safe to assume that any story is actually saying something specifically about the author, but I think this is certainly the case within Bradbury's lifetime, his long lifetime. I think he was probably keenly aware of the changes, and he was sort of yearning for a simpler time. And, there were some dark times, in that certain parts of the 20th century, early on especially, that really would make a person long for these sort of more simple childhood times. And that's something that Bradbury captures beautifully throughout his career. And it certainly, I think, has to be something that was very important to him. Otherwise, it would not have been a theme that came up continually, time after time, in his works. So yeah, guys, The Trolley, 2-3 pages long, not heavy on plot, just very sort of simple, nostalgic. And I think you'll like it. So if you've not read The Trolley, give it a try. If you have, feel free to leave a positive comment below, get the conversation going. I want to remind you once again to please subscribe to our channel, and I'll be back soon with another review for you here on Let's Talk Ray Bradbury. We have just over 20 left, and we're going to enjoy doing those before moving on to our next project. So have a good weekend. See you later.